We're at St. Michael's Place, and we get to meet the newest member, or one of the newest members of the administrative staff. When you start talking about administrative staff, you have to start at the top. Catherine Fisher is at the top of the ladder here, being the new administrator at St. Michael's Place. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. It's really a pleasure to be here.
I bet it is, and this is the second turnaround and second time here. We'll talk a little bit about that, but tell us a little bit about you and where you grew up and what in the world got you into to this type of business.
Well, I actually born and raised at Cushman.
Okay.
That's a little bit north of Batesville.
Right.
And moved into Batesville whenever I graduated high school,
okay.
Got married and had children.
Okay.
And I have a daughter that's 27 and a son that is 20. He'll be 21 in September, and he serves in the military.
Oh, congratulations.
He's actually stationed in El Paso.
Okay.
And I have 2 beautiful granddaughters.
Good deal.
And,
so let me ask you this, Catherine. And being in this business, tell the story we talked a little bit about before we got on the air here. Tell us a little bit about how, from the very beginning, you got to be the administrator of St. Michael's Place from the beginning when you first took your job and anything that was similar to this. Tell us the story.
Well, I actually started, my very first nursing home facility was in Batesville, and I started out as a housekeeping supervisor.
Okay.
And I did that for a little while, and I had actually worked at Eastman Kodak as a maintenance coordinator, and they had a position open right here at Pinedale at the time for a maintenance supervisor. So I came down here and applied, and I got the job.
Wow.
So I was maintenance and housekeeping supervisor for a while, and then the front office came open, HR, and I said, can I have that, because I was on call 24/7.
Need something a little less stressful.
Yeah.
Move up the corporate ladder here.
That's right. And so I went to HR, and I did that for a while, and then I did activities for a while, and I did social services for a while, and I did marketing and admissions. I drove the van for a while, and then it come time that I could go through the AIT program and get my administrator license, and I did that in 2009.
Okay.
So I actually worked here from 2000 until 2009, but I did have one small break, and I worked up here at, it's now Unity Hospital, but it was Harris Hospital.
That's correct. Yeah, I remember that now. I sure do. And then you go from there, you spend a little time, and then you leave here. Then you go and tell us about where you went after you left here.
Well, I left here, and I went and I got my administrator license, and I didn't work for a whole year. I thought, I'm just going to relax for a while. And then in Batesville there was a home open, and I took that position and worked there a little over 3 years, and it sold. And a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, when they sell, they have different management.
Absolutely, make changes.
And that's what happened. And after there, I left and went to Jacksonville for a little over a year, and did real well there. Heard about the position here.
Right, tell us, I love it, yeah.
I've got to get back home.
Right.
And I applied, and that same afternoon I interviewed with the owner, and had a job offer. I took it, then turned it down, then I thought, no, I got to do it. And so here I am.
Well, and I know that you have told me when we visited last month that it wasn't all decisions are tough decisions, but you knew that it was a good decision from the very moment that you applied for the job, and you've made a good decision, no doubt.
I really feel like I did. And when I came in for the very first day, it felt like coming home.
Right.
I mean, you just get that feeling in your heart. And to work here for almost 9 years in the past, it was coming home.
Well, not only coming home, but you brought some people with you. You brought some homies with you. I mean, some people that have worked with you before.
My director of nursing, she actually worked with me at Batesville.
Right.
And then, like I said, new ownership, new management. And then she went to Jacksonville with me and worked. And then we're together here too. So we brought some of my own little team, and we just want to be the best that we can be. It
says a lot about you when people will follow you where you go. It does, especially in the higher positions, to say, look, you got to have key people at the top. You have to have key people at the middle. You got to have key people at the bottom. And if you can have those people like you do, those ones who put their trust in you and you in them, then it sure makes working a lot better. But tell me about healthcare in general, and what is it that excites you about coming to work every day, or what's the feeling that you get? Because you got to have a special heart. You got to have a special heart to be in this business.
Just to see your residents smile, just to know that you make a difference.
That's cool.
That's what's in it for me. I'm
Yeah.
not a nurse,
Right.
but to just interact with them and see them smile. That's what
amazing.
does it for me.
That's amazing. If somebody needs to get a hold of you or have some questions about the facility, how do we do that? What do we do?
Well, you can either come by the facility located here at 1311 North Pecan Street,
Okay.
or they can call at 870-523-9514. And we'll give a tour anytime, day or night, answer any questions.
She's Catherine Fisher. She's the administrator of St. Michael's Place, Pecan Street in Newport, and it's a great addition to the great team out here at St. Michael's. And welcome home, young lady.
Well, it's really good to be home.
Let's continue on with more of